For those of you keeping up to date with the enhanced editions of Stalker, the war wages on. There's quite a variety of bugs, some old, some new, and if you keep a close ear to the whole modding part of the community, you might understand this next segment. The community is used to having to fix GSC's problems. Modding, for example. However, this isn't the only front on this issue. In any case, however, the point is, some of the Stalker community has decided to band together and help fix the enhanced trilogy. Or at least, try. Apparently there's now such thing as the community feedback guide. So in other words, if GSC can't do it, doesn't want to do it, or will not do it, then we can help them along, so to speak. How will we do so? If you've been a veteran stalker or you're just getting into it, you might recognize a little thing called Bug Trap. And that's what pops up whenever you crash. So, a bunch of players might get together and try to reproduce as many bugs as possible, try to get Bug Trap to give them as many unique entries as possible, and, well, just make a giant entry of them, but let's check it out. Damn, they really fucking did this too. They did them dirty. Look at that. Downgraded in Chernobyl. AI Enhanced Edition. Very funny. This is a breakdown list of all the issues that plague the so-called enhanced editions. Make sure you check if what you're about to add isn't already added. See, so they've already got some structure going. They've already, you don't want to see the same thing posted a million times. In case you need the patch notes for comparison, those can be found here. In case you come across a bug that dates back to the OG release, please indicate that. Make sure you add a screenshot and or link. Make sure you always indicate what game. Okay. So it actually talks about quite a lot. There's a little list on the left: added, removed, changed, broken, fixed, acknowledged. So there wasn't that much added according to this. Stuff that was changed in the original games, or in the remasters, X and Shift, that one definitely tripped me up for sure, I'll tell you that. There is definitely a big stink about the non-stop cans being added into the enhanced versions. But according to these guys, it says it doesn't fit stylistically. I guess it doesn't. You've been used to the Stalker drink for so many years now, you know? Or even just the older non-stop. Now let's take a look at what's broken. Overall blurry image quality, audio mixing bonked, localization typos, grenade explosion sound effect feels off. Somehow when you reload, if you press or hold right mouse click, the reloading animation gets bugged. Quick saves stack up infinitely. Console text so squeezed it looks damn bad. Can't even bind actions to side mouse buttons. Yeah, that was a big one. People kept complaining about that one. Enemies difficulty feels nerfed, making the game a bit easier. NPC bodies sometimes disappear immediately. The Tremor model was destroyed. Yeah, take a look at that, man. Crazy. NPC bodies often teleport. Insanely high GPU usage. No ambient music playing at night. Spectators can be killed with grenades and fall down into the arena. Wow. Ghost's recording plays twice. The X16 controller doesn't attack. Wow. Night vision sound effects looping. So there's actually quite a lot of stuff. There's like, what, I don't know, 5-6 pages of stuff that's broken. However, a nice little part that will be acknowledged is that the power throw for nades and bolts will be brought back. Confirmed by Maud himself. Fantastic. Lovely. And they do have some suggestions. An option to choose a subtitle language. Why don't they have that already? An option to turn on cinematic subtitles. DLSS or DLLA. Closed captions for all NPC dialogues. Sitting around the campfire mechanic, that would be interesting. Photo mode to all 3 games, giving demo record was taken out. That is definitely fair, I'll say that, especially with demo record being taken away. So I'm not sure why these two are in green. Maybe because they're the most newest ones, or they haven't been like verified or something, I'm not sure. Apparently, there's also a such thing as a community comparison guide. When the zone is broken, it should be fixed. Very interesting. I agree 100%. And hey, if one way or another, I think we'll get there, okay? Even if we have to give GSC every little scrap of information ourselves. Hey man, they got their hands full, you know what I mean? And if it comes down to literally reproducing every single bug we can, playing the game a million fucking times between like 60 people or whatever ragtag effort we have going on, then so be it, man, whatever. If that's what you have to do, then, and it's for a game you love, a series you love, then it's really a walk in the park, right? Besides, if there's more and more people that get behind this, then it won't take as long, right? It'll be taken more seriously by GSC, by the community as a whole, instead of like if two people did it. And hey, I mean, there's already a whole Google Doc about it, like it's split up into sections and shit. It looks great. Well, it looks kind of amateur, actually. It doesn't look great. It looks good. And the message definitely comes across. In any case, if you ask me, I think this sort of stuff is what the community needs to see, what it needs to hear. I'm not saying that we should be subjected to this sort of shit every day, like daily, hourly, but just having updates on this sort of stuff, knowing where we're at, how we're going forward. That's the sort of shit we need to have, okay? It can't just be straight negativity all the time. Eventually, we have to move on to how do we fix this sort of shit? You know what I mean? Mindless griping and negativity is not going to get us anywhere. It only ruins the experience for everybody else. That being said, if we can, if something actually comes out of this, I will be pleasantly surprised. It's not that I don't have any expectations for it. I'm happy to see that things are finally happening. I know that we just got our first major patch for the enhanced editions, but if the community is willing to help out, extend an olive branch for everybody, then there's no harm in it, right? Supposedly, the SDK, we are supposed to be seeing that by the end of June, by the end of the second quarter. So there will be a lot to do on that front, lots of mods and whatnot to work with GSC, right? And fix Stalker 2. But that's the end of June, and that's a month away. Right now, this is what we have to us, what we have available to us right now. And to be honest, even just cataloging all of the bugs is a step in the right direction. It's good. Just simply having the list in the first place is great news because anybody interested, you don't even have to be part of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go and open, like literally on purpose, crash the game a million times to be part of the effort. You can just take a look and see, oh, well, hey, they're doing this, this, and this. But hey, what if like we added more to the suggestions? Because you don't necessarily have to be part of the QA effort to add in a couple suggestions, or maybe you've come across a bug yourself, and you want to add into it, right? It's as simple as that. And who knows, maybe that little bit of difference will be the straw that breaks the camel's back and, eventually gets the ball rolling. But hey, I guess we'll see.